How do you do, GPot crew? It's your Naughty Buddy Putty here, and today we're talking about Loki, episode 5 and 6. Now, I'm a little late, I know, because I sacrificed last week's Loki because of something that happened in my life, and we'll go into that. Probably I'll put in the journey video that I haven't posted in a long time. And then, of course, there was the Marvels. Now, I'm not going to go into Marvels. I'm just going to say I feel like what I was looking for in Loki ended up happening in the Marvels, kind of. But I'll leave that for that review. Go see the Marvels. Check out my review of the Marvels. I will leave it at the end of this video. But today we're talking about Loki, episode 5 and episode 6. The final two episodes I missed. So I'm putting together, chunking together, making our own little mixture of things. And talking about what is currently Loki. Now, I'm going to go into more detail about some of my ideas and everything over on RLGcast. We will be shooting tomorrow. So after this video drops tonight, tomorrow we're dropping on RLGcast a Loki review. I'm going to just basically run down what I think or how I feel about this. And then as far as how I think what's going to happen, I might leave over there. Or, actually, we'll just do the think on this end and leave the actual review over there. Have I enjoyed Loki, though? Yes. I have some mixed feelings, basically because I feel like I should have seen this before I went and saw the Marvels. But at the same time, I didn't want to get spoiled of the Marvels, and the Marvels came out the same time that this last episode came out of Loki. So, kind of a double thing going on here. But my point to the thing is this. I did enjoy this season of Loki. I don't think I enjoyed it as much as I did last season. Last season had a lot going for it that really made it exciting. This one was more in the passions of making Loki a very, very big hero, because Loki is the Loki character by Tom Hiddleston is very, very popular, very, very loved. So you want to make they're turning Loki into the good guy that he really was never in the comic books. But that's okay, because it's not that bad of a situation. Now, let's just go ahead and put let's just open the Pandora's box. I didn't get the Deadpool thing I was looking for. For those that are wondering, TVA is supposed to be involved with the new Deadpool movie, and we didn't get that. But at the same time, I'm kind of glad it didn't, because I think they might be retooling Deadpool maybe for many reasons. And the reason I say that is because there's a lot of other conjoining things that might be going on that I'm hoping that once everyone sees other Marvel properties out there that I just talked about, we'll get a better idea of what we're referring to. Being very cryptic, because I want you guys to go watch all Marvel things. That being said, I don't know. The Disney Plus series are very, very and I'm starting to feel the fatigue of this. But I was feeling the fatigue of the movies until the Marvels came out. So I've got to be very honest with you. It's just a matter of time and love that needs to be put into these things. And Loki has gotten the love. Don't get me wrong. Comparatively to a lot of the other shows, yes. Has it the big enough love? I don't know. Because the problem is they put more into the movies than they do the shows, because they want you to go to the theaters. But they also want you to keep your Disney Plus. I didn't mention this in Marvel's review, which I'm mad I didn't, but watching these Disney Plus shows really do put a light on the situation. So I'm going to go ahead and use these Disney Plus shows as a reference point for the Marvels and give you guys an idea of what might be the reason why you should really watch this. After watching the Marvels, I thought to myself, oh, I already know Kamala Khan's story based on the TV show. I know Monica Rambeau's story because of the WandaVision. And I know Captain Marvel's story because, well, Captain Marvel. I watched all those, which means when I watched the Marvels, it made it very enjoyable to me because I already knew what was going on. Now, they tried to do little fillers and explain things, but it didn't feel like it really did that. Like, when it comes to Marvel, it's one of those things where everything really does come together when it comes together as a cohesive story. That's what I feel Loki is going to do. I feel like Loki is going to spin off that, and there's going to be what I'm calling the catalyst of everything breaking. which will go into Secret Wars. This is we're in the multiverse saga. Before it was the Infinity Saga, now we're in the multiverse saga. This is Loki is one of those multiverses. Then we have Miss Marvel that has its own multiverse. We have WandaVision, which I feel like now has its own multiverse. We have the Multiverse of Madness, and of course, I think Deadpool is going to be next in that multiversal thing, which is all going to lead into a huge Secret Wars. But Kang's Dynasty links with this as well because of the whole variant idea. But the variant idea is something I feel like that they're doing so they can always remodel and mold and make new things and say, oh, it just comes down to variants. There's a variant version, and that's why they fill it in. It's kind of like saying, well, we got different Batmans. Why can't we just say they're all part of different universes? And it kind of works. They tried to do that with The Flash, and I feel like that's what they're doing here when it comes to Loki. They're trying to branch off these stories. But the problem I have with this, which for me, it's not a problem, but for a general audience, it feels like it's going to get lost in the shuffle. It's a very confusing thing to have to follow when the Infinity Saga wasn't that bad. The Infinity Saga, you basically just like, oh, here comes all the gems at one time. You're fine. You didn't have to follow the other movies to understand that the gems are a big part of it, even though it was nice to know those gems. Now, maybe that's what's going to happen with multiverse. Maybe it's going to finally come together when we see all these, but I feel like this is going to be way more convoluted, and then maybe that's where that reset happens. After the Secret Wars, all the mutants go out, and then we find the mutant gene, or just the whole worlds get reversed, and we get the Fantastic Four, and then we move into the mutant world. And that could be the situation, as my friend Johnny Donuts, if you guys haven't checked his channel out, make sure you go check it out, pointed out to me when we had a conversation in the past that maybe that's what they're doing. And the thing is I'm very confused on that, to be a clinical clinch hitter, only because of other things I've seen. And I want to broaden this by going deeper into a video. So what I'm going to do is I'm hoping maybe the guys have seen Miss Marvel, or the Marvels, I should say. I hope they've seen the Marvels, because I kind of am going to ask them, we can do a special, the State of Marvel Part 2 like we did before. Because I feel with Loki, with the Marvels, we may have a little bit more of a cohesive, well, not really cohesive, more of a possible idea of what's going on or what it's leading into. But at the same time, it's still just a very confusing mess of jambalaya, jumbled up mess. So Loki is one of those branches of these timelines, or these multiverses, that is connecting other tissues. So for example, Disney Plus shows are connecting other things, like Miss Marvel and WandaVision are connecting to the Marvels. Well, I feel like what Loki is doing, based on what I know now and the knowledge I have, is Loki is going to be part of that universe. But that's why I have to stop there. And if you understand why, then you've seen other things and you know where I'm going with this, and I can't talk anymore. So we're going to head there. Please, I noticed people putting spoilers in the comment for Marvels in there, guys. Please do not put any spoilers for anything big in the comments of this, for the Marvels, or even for Loki, about what happens. I know I put spoilers on the screen whenever I do that kind of stuff, but at least I give warning, guys. When you post something in the comments, it's going to be spoiled, because people are going to see the comments without seeing a big red spoilers on there. I said spoilers over there in Marvels. Unfortunately, someone spoiled something and I had to delete his comment, but I love him to death. Just be careful, guys. So I'm going to do the same thing here. If you know what I'm referring to, do not do any spoilers in the comments below, guys. I'm actually not going to speak anymore when it comes to the comments. And also, I'm not going to really put too much of spoilers in this, because I want you guys to go watch it. It's very hard to want to put this together when no one's seen everything. So the next video I'm going to post, if I am able to get the guys to join me, is I want to do something with the State of Marvel. But until then, make sure you guys watch my the Marvels review, when it says spoilers on the screen, guys, or when it says the 4 minute mark, when the 4 minute mark goes away the screen, it's gonna say 4 minutes. Make sure you guys follow it. And as always, I'm Putty with the GPot crew, and you know what we do. We do Loki reviews and Marvel reviews. Go check out my Marvels review. Go check it out.